Small house night. The sound of crashing glass filled the small house. Broke furniture, broke, walls shook, and you crashed. I tried the shutter. Hope you screaming, trembling. Please don't do this. Please stop. Her voice trembled as the man in black suit stormed through the room, dragged her adopted parents away. You crying out, "Mom, Dad, please." You run after them, but one of the men shoved her back to the floor. She fell hard, her knees scraping against the cold ground. Tears filled her vision as she watched them being pulled out of the room. Within seconds, everything went quiet except for her sobs. You sat on the floor, shaking, her fingers clutching the edge of her dress. Her heart beat painfully fast. Breath felt heavier than the last. That's when the air changed. The front door opened again, and a tall figure stepped inside, surrounded by men in black. Revealed Kim Taehyung. Everyone in the room froze. Even the jaws stopped. The way he walked, calm and cold, made the whole place feel silent. His sharp eyes scanned the broken furniture, the crying girl on the floor, and then stopped on her. You look up, still crying, thinking he had come to help you. Bleeding, broken voice, "Please, please help me. They took my parents. Please save me." For a moment, Taehyung didn't move. He just stared, and something inside him shifted. He had seen beauty before, but never this kind. The girl in front of him looked too fragile for this cruel world, like an angel loosed in the dark. Her tears glowed under the dim light, her innocence almost painful to look at. But before he could speak, movement caught his attention. Behind you, her mate raised a gun, aiming straight at her. Taehyung, shooting voice like thunder, "Don't you dare!" You flinched so hard that her whole body froze. She thought he had shouted at her. Her lips trembled as she slowly turned, terrified, only to see the mate drop the gun as Taehyung guards pin her down. Tears roll faster. You chicks, confused, fear, pain, all mixed together. She didn't understand anything. In her eyes, his cold man standing in front of her was the reason for all of it. Maybe he took her parents, maybe he caused everything, and yet when he stepped closer, something in his gaze was not cruelty. For the first time, the ruthless Mafia King, the man who ruled the world through fear, kneeled down in front of someone. Taehyung, powerful, "Stop crying." You look up, shock still trembling behind him. His guard and right-hand man exchange silent glances. None of them had ever seen Taehyung like this. The man he destroyed life without emotion was now looking at a crying girl like she was something precious. You prove. Her heartbeat bounced like thunder. The tall figure stepped closer, his presence cold, dangerous, magnetic. Taehyung walked forward, his dark aura eyes with hers. For a moment, the world freezed. You terrified, stepping back. "Let me go." Taehyung hand wrapped around her wrist, firm, unshakable. You stop crying. "Let me go, please." She hits his chest with trembling feet. Weak, desperate. Taehyung doesn't flinch. His jaw tightened. His eyes flicker, not with anger but something deeper, unnamed. Without a word, Taehyung lifted her effortlessly onto his shoulder. "You stop, put me down." She kicks and struggles, but his silence is louder than any shout. He opened the car door, placed her gently on the back seat, and slid in beside her. The door shut, sealing the world outside. City light blur past golden streaks in the black night. You sobbing quietly, "Where are my parents? Why? What did you do to them? Who are you?" Taehyung doesn't respond. His gaze fixed ahead, expression unreadable. Only the slight clench of his jaw shows he's listening. Her sobs grew louder. Taehyung finally turned towards her. Taehyung, calm, a dark tone, don't cry. You snap through tears and then tell me. His eyes softened for a fleeting moment, and then without warning he leaned closer, his hand brushed her cheek, wiping away a falling tear. The gesture is gentle, yet sends a chilling through her. Taehyung, low, dangerous voice. Enough, you will hurt yourself. You freezes his scent, his closeness, his warm, terrifying composed. The car stops, a gentle, grand iron gate looms ahead. It opens slowly, revealing a massive black stone mansion. Under the moonlight, cold, royal, and silent, Taehyung steps out, then opens the door for her. Taehyung, get out, you. Shaking her head, stepping back. No, I am not going anywhere with you. For the first time, Taehyung sighed, not in anger, but as if running out of patience. He takes her hand and guides her out. Far, not rough. They enter the mansion. You try to break free again, pushing him back. You let me go. I don't do anything. Taehyung jaw clenched. His voice drops colder than ice. Taehyung, you are under my roof now. No one will touch you, but you don't run from me. You stop, stunned. She doesn't understand. His tone is ruthless, but his words sound like protection. Just then a voice echoed through the grand hallway. Taehyung, an elegant woman, his mother, descends the staircase, her fingers whitening at the tremble girl before her. Miss Kim concerned, oh my, who is she? Taehyung's eyes flicked towards his mother, expression unreadable. For a moment, silence filled the grand marble hall. Taehyung's mother waited for an answer, her sharp eyes flicking between her son and the trembling girl before him. Miss Kim quietly, Taehyung, who is she? Taehyung's jaw tightened, his gaze remained fixed on you for a few seconds, her tear-stained face, her shaky hands. Then he finally spoke, voice cold and calm. Taehyung, she is Mr. Min's daughter. The cold drained from his mother's face. Miss Kim whispered, what? You mean Miss Han, the same man who Taehyung gave a single note? Taehyung, yes, the one who took millions from me and vanished. His mother's eyes widened in disbelief. Miss Kim, then why did you bring her here? Taehyung didn't answer immediately. His eyes drifted to the floor, and for a brief second the ruthless mask cracked, replaced by something truthful, conflicted. Flashback. Just hours earlier, Taehyung had arrived at Mr. Min's mansion not as saver but as a storm. He had gone there to collect what was his, the money stolen from him through fraud. But when he entered, chaos already ruled the place. Furniture was broken, papers shattered, and the air carried the stench of fear. His men had searched every room, but there was no sign of Mr. Min. Someone had beaten him to it. What Taehyung did find, however, a young girl crying in the middle of that destruction, clinging the last piece of her world. He remembered that movement vividly. You on the floor, her eyes full of terror and confusion, begging strangers not to hurt her parents, even though they were already gone. Something about that broken through his still heart. He had come to make a man pay. Instead, he had found a daughter who had already lost everything, and so without explanation, he had taken her away from danger, away from the people hurting her father's name. Taehyung, when I went to settle things tonight, he was gone. Someone else took him first. His mother crossed her arms, eyes narrowing. Miss Kim, and you think bring his daughter here was the right thing to do? Taehyung's lips curved into a faint, harmonious smile. Taehyung, she's innocent. His mother signed, tone between concern and surprise. Miss Kim, You are risking a lot, Taehyung. You have never cared for everyone's safety before. Taehyung turned his gaze towards the grand staircase where you stood silently watching them. Taehyung murmuring, "She reminds me what fear looks like. I have seen it in enemies, never in someone so innocent." A few moments later, the headmaid Miss Han appeared at the top of the stairs. Taehyung mentioned towards you. Taehyung, take her. Give her a room, something quiet. Miss Han, yes sir. Miss Han approached you carefully. Miss Han, come there, she said gently, guided her upstairs. You followed staircase, glancing back at Taehyung one last time. Their eyes met for just a second. Her gaze full of confusion, his unreadable hesitation. The maid led her to a simple yet elegant room. Soft white curtains, a clean bed, and a warm lighting on the chair lay folded clothes, plain but comfortable. Miss Han, you can change into this. I will bring food, you nodded slowly, still trembling when the door closed behind the maid. She finally let out a deep breath. Her reflection in the mirror looked lost. Her parents gone, her life turned upside down, and a strange mansion now her cage. She didn't know if Taehyung was her captor or her survivor. Downstairs, Taehyung's mother stood near the window, arm crossed. Miss Kim. So what next? Taehyung's voice was calm but heavy. Taehyung, I will find who took Miss Min. He owns me money, but before that I need answer. Someone else wanted him, that I need to know who and why. Miss Kim and the girl. Taehyung turned his gaze toward the dark hallway that led to Yu's room. His eyes soft just a little. Taehyung, she stays until this is over. His mother gave a small knowing sign. Miss Kim, you can lie to everyone, Taehyung, but not to yourself. Taehyung looked away, silent. He didn't want to admit it, but something about that girl's trembling eyes that unsettled him more than any gun or knife ever had. As the night deep outside, thunder rolled over the mansion roof. Taehyung stood by the window watching the rain fall, and his reaction cold and unreadable. Somewhere in the quiet he whispered to himself, Taehyung, she's Miss Min's daughter, but not this son. Morning soft light slips through the long curtains as the mansion slowly walks from its silence. The air smells faintly of coffee and rain from the night before. You sits quietly on the bed, eyes swollen from crying. She hadn't slept. Her mind keeps replaying the chaos, the shouting, the guns, the way Taehyung had dragged her away. Nothing makes sense. A soft knock breaks the silence. Mate, Miss Kim is calling you. You whisper, trembling. Miss Kim? Mate, yes, the young master mother. She wants to see you now. You follows her down the long hallway, each step echoing softly against the marble floor. The mansion is grand and cold, full of expensive silence. Miss Kim, elegant, composed, and grateful, sits on the couch with a cup of tea. Her eyes are sharp but not cruel. Miss Kim, come closer. You, good morning, ma'am. Miss Kim, sit. You obeyed quietly, her finger twisting nervously in her lap. You came, you asked my maid yesterday to go home. You started, yes please ma'am, I want to go home. My parents, Miss Kim, cutting her off sharply. Your father ran away, child. You froze. What? Miss Kim signed, setting down her cup. Mr. Min, your father took a large sum of money from my son. He lied, cheated, and disappeared. Because of him, lives were lost. You, shaking her head, tears forming. No, that's not true. My father, he will never. Miss Kim, quietly pitying in her eyes. Believe what you want, but the truth doesn't change. You are his son. You carry his name and his debt. You voice trembling. Please, I don't do anything wrong. Miss Kim softness sighs slightly but sign fine I know but until we find your father you will stay here and you will work not as a guest but as a helper. This house run on discipline not pity. She run to the door and calls out Miss Kim. Miss Han Miss Han entered quietly. Yes, ma'am, Miss Kim. Teach her the housework. Let her start with dusting. She's young. She can learn. She looks back at you, her tone gently, not for a movement. Miss Kim, you seem kind-hearted too. I hope you use that heart wisely here. This place is not cruel unless you break its rules. You barely whisper, yes ma'am, outside the room. Miss Han give you a small smile. Miss Han, don't worry dear, work keeps the mind calm. She leads you through the white halls, showing her the place that needs cleaning, the chandeliers, that long table, the glass walls that reflect the morning light. In the servant area, you meet the other maid. They greet her kindly. Some whisper softly, curious about the new girl. Mina leaning closer as they dust. You don't know, do you? You confused, no what? Mina glanced around nervously. Our master Kim Taehyung, he's not just a businessman. He's the Mafia King of Seoul. The duster slipped from Yu's hand. Her breath catches you, Mafia King. Mina, yes, everyone fear him. He runs everything, the city, the trade, even the police. He never forgive betrayal. Your face turned pale, her hands shake. Suddenly everything makes sense. His tall eyes, his man with guns, the way everyone obeys him without question. You stepping back, voice trembling. Then why am I here, Mina? No one knows, but if he brought you, you must mean something to him. Mina, no one knows, but if he brought you, you must mean something to him. You eyes wide mean something, Mina. Nervously smile, just be careful. His world is dark. Once you step in, you can't walk away. The word 𝒂𝒇 in Yu's heart like a warning. She can't escape. Sunlight streams through the tall glass windows, spreading gold across the grand living room. You hold a duster in her trembling hands, carefully wiping the glass table. Every sound in the mansion, every 𝒂𝒇 of footsteps, every whisper of the maids still makes her flinch. She dusting the shelves near the main hallway when she suddenly hears its slow, heavy footsteps approaching. The air around her shifts before she even looks. Her heart already knows who it is. Taehyung. The movement, his tall figure appear in the hallway, dressed in perfectly fitted black shirt and glinting under the light. You freeze like a statue. He looked every bit the ruthless king people whisper about. Calm, unreadable, dangerous, panicking. You mind screams. Don't look at him, don't let him see you. She quickly ducks behind the nearest sofa, clenching the duster to her chest like a shield. Her breath comes out shaky and fast as she hides there, pressing her nails close. Taehyung walks past, expression blank. He doesn't even notice her hiding form.